Welcome to my 12 days of sewing Christmas gifts to give. Today is day 3 and we are going to be making these cute little corner bookmarks that slip right over the pages in the book. So let's get sewing. I have my 4-inch squares of fabric. You can have 3 different fabrics if you like. And I have my 3.5-inch squares of interfacing. For 2 of them, the one for the back and the one for the front, you're going to make sure your glue sides are down and you're going to iron them on. Here. All right, iron them on later. I want you then to take your corner piece, I'm going to do mine like this. I want you to press it neatly. And then we're going to take one of the squares of interfacing and cut it in half. Draw yourself a diagonal line, going from one corner to the other. You can use a little straight edge to help you out. Either cut it with a rotary or use a pen to draw a line and then cut on that line. I already have one done, the last one I did, so we're going to take that piece that we cut and we're going to lay it inside here. Make sure you give yourself your 1/4 inch seam allowance around the outside, put it in the crease, and then you're all set to press that as well. So go ahead and get all your pieces pressed. Interfacing is adhered. And I even have an inside here. But now I'm going to run this on my machine. I'm going to stitch 1/8 of an inch and do a little top stitch across here. Some people widen their stitch. I just leave it normal. So I'm going to go do that. Now that you have that little top stitch done, it just adds a little decorative piece. We're going to build this. All right, so turn these over. Make sure they're right side up, how you want them to be. I'm going to put this in the corner here, nice and neat. And then we're going to come over it with this. And then we're actually going to clip them together and hold them in place. We are going to be sewing around this using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And you need to create an opening. So I'm going to do an opening right here, about 2 inches wide. It's our no sew zone. So start here, sew all the way around till you get to there. Now I've sewn all the way around. I hope you did back stitch a little bit at the beginning and at the end, because when we go to open this up, we need to have that reinforced. It could pull apart. All right, before we do that though, now we need to trim our corners here. And just don't snip your threads in there. I'll do one here and you can kind of finish up going all the way around. But just kind of, I do a little extra on mine. So I do them like that. So go ahead, get all your corners done. We're gonna open it up and we're gonna pull it on through. So get your fingers, you're gonna have to work at this a little bit of wrestling. Try not to bust open your seams that you just sewn. So I try to get in here and you have those pushed out, you're going to need to press it. Try to tuck your seams in so they line up. Trim any threads. And then we'll be ready to go. So get yours looking good as best you can. It's all going to be fine. See back here after it's pressed. The corners are pushed out. We have it all pressed with our seams lining up. Our last step is to go up in here. We're going to sew 1/8 of an inch, a little top stitch down, turn it, and you're going to come all the way down to that seam as well. You can back stitch at each end if you want to keep the stitches in. Here's the one with the top stitching. Here's the one without the top stitching. It's your preference, what you like.
Now that you've finished your corner bookmark, you can either pair it with a book or maybe even a gift card to one of the local bookshops near you. Happy sewing, everybody.